This is Andi Purewal for Andi Boxing. I'm joined by Liam Beefy Smith here in Manchester. Liam, a warm reception for you in enemy territory today, but not for your compatriot Jamie Carragher.
No, I know he only got boot carried, didn't he? But no, look, I said before, take football and like the football rivalry aside, Manchester near enough like home for me in a boxing sense. I've always had good receptions in Manchester. Manchester holds a close place in my heart through boxing terms. I've had many great nights there. I was world champion there, I defended it there, and I was defending my British title there. So I'm unbeaten in that arena, and I will continue that on Saturday night.
Obviously, the reference there in coming into terms is the Eubank Jr purchasing a billboard here in Manchester about the football rivalry. What did you make of him going to those lengths?
He's begging for fans, begging for them, trying to get Manchester on side, trying to turn it into a football thing. If that's the case, Chris, you're coming back to the arena, you're lost, mate. You're forgetting you're lost in that arena.
There's obviously been not a heated build-up, but there's been a lot said in the build-up to this. What have you made of it all, and Eubank's stance, and obviously the DMs themselves being leaked?
No, just a pinch of salt. Chris, fully expected of him. Take it all with a pinch of salt. And like I said what I said to him in the DMs made him look more stupid than me. People replied, are you forgetting Liam's just replied to your video DM, you tagged him, and it come through in me DMs. So, you know, what do you want me to go and sit there and let you go in me DMs and not reply to you? So, look, even that is what it is. Not that can't change Saturday night either.
Liam, I've just spoke to Roy Jones Jr. I asked him about his approach to this fight. He had some comments in the build-up saying that he doesn't prepare him for you, he prepares him for a Canelo, a Golovkin. He said he didn't mean that in a disrespectful way, but more so looking towards what could be next. What were your thoughts when you first heard those comments?
He did, I haven't, but I just think that's Roy probably trying to use Roy's name to talk Chris into a Canelo or Golovkin fight. He's never going to fight neither. You know, be lucky if he fights either of them. He's not good enough to fight either of them, which is why he's never fought either of them. You know, he's called Golovkin out for about 6 years, and he's fought all kind of like domestic fighters and no big name. Look, that's just them trying to talk themselves into that fight. He's got nothing they want. You know, how can he possibly fight one of them? Unless he gets into a mandatory position, or they want to fight in Britain and use him as a cannon fodder.
Liam, on the note of what Roy also said, he said that he hasn't been training him under the Roy Jones Jr style. He's expecting it to be a bit more trade-offy, a bit more of a standoff between the pair of you. Is that music to your ears? That's
because Roy thinks I'm probably just going to walk at Chris with my hands up and sing fire away. We'll see how the fight plays out, obviously. If they think that, then good luck to them.
What version of Chris do you expect to see in the ring?
I think he might try and come early doors and try and use a bit. Think he can use a bit of his size and strength, but then, you know, when he doesn't budge me or when he's not moving me, he can't keep his foot on the pedal like that no more. He hasn't got the engine no more like that, so he'll have to box. And you know, once he starts boxing, the fight settles down. I'm a better boxer than Chris Eubank Jr. Got more to in the game.
Liam, we know how terrific of a body puncher you are, and obviously we've spoken about the sparring, the infamous sparring. Even Joe Gallagher, your former trainer, come out saying that he didn't necessarily drop Eubank Jr, but he did whinge, was the word that was used on his behalf. Is that the way forwards?
I've said since the start what happens, and like he's exaggerated it all. Oh, he what did he put? He creased me, he dropped me, I was out for 10. He's exaggerated the whole lot, and I said I sunk you with a body shot and you blamed your arm. The bell went and you started doing that with your arm. Nothing else. I didn't even say I battered you in sparring. I just said what happens, you can be hit the body because I've hit you the body, and that was it. But you know those truth behind it by Chris's reaction to it. You know, we over exaggerated the whole lot of it. So I know what talent goes on. Don't be fooled that I can't hit him in the head either. I'm telling you now. Obviously he's got a good chin. 99,000 fights over the years have had good chins and still being hit and dropped. Don't be fooled to think Chris Eubank can't be head to head.
Liam, a lot of people see this as one which goes the distance, but do you think otherwise? Do you think it's one which ends inside?
I wouldn't be surprised. Boxing's boxing. Never say never, but you know, look at it on paper. Look at the fighters. Both of us have got good chins. Both of us are fit and durable. So, you know, hindsight is.
Liam, an extra £6 to benefit as well. Have you felt that during camp?
Yeah, energetic level wise, it being good. You know, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy with the camp I've had, and I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Success on Saturday, Liam. I know you don't want to look beyond it, but what next? Is it just other big names, or is it looking for a world title?
It's Chris Eubank Jr next again. I said before, the rematch got put in for a reason. So You know, I'll beat Chris on Saturday. I'll beat Chris again in April if you want.
The rematch is something I wanted to touch on. Obviously, he's mentioned Anfield. Is that just what you desired, or did you put it as a clause? It has to take place at Anfield.
No, you know, we spoke about it and it said that will be the first option. That will be a big push because obviously the rematch clause is if I win. So if I win, it's on my terms. It's where I want it, and preferably I'd love Anfield. So, you know, that's where we're at.
Right, Liam, just before I let you go, how's your brother Callum doing? Obviously, waiting for news.
It's great. Obviously, he'll be here Saturday and then he goes to America Sunday for camp.
Can you let us in as to who he's going to be facing?
I don't know, mate. You know as much as I know. I don't know, really. Couldn't tell you.
And then final one, just a message to Chris Eubank Jr. ahead of Saturday night.
See you Saturday, mate. The games are over. Talking's done. See you Saturday.